Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sound Test Room. Today we are taking a look at Drum Computer by Sugar Bytes. Yes, long awaited. We've all known it's been on its way, but didn't have no clue when it was going to be released. Anyway, here it is. It's a marvelous thing. Obviously, like all Sugar Bytes apps, it's incredibly inventive and enjoyable to use. It's actually free to download, and you can play with all the controls, and you get some presets to mess with from each of the categories and things. If you want to buy it, I think it's 25. Someone just said it's 25.99. The unlock. Actually, it's worth it. It is a marvelously deep thing. So we're gonna have a good mess around with it tonight, and just have a look around the whole thing. It's it's great stuff. Oh, it is AUV3 as well, by the way. I had some good fun earlier running it through Looperator. That was madness, I can tell you. Yeah, so okay, let me stop that a second. Just let me briefly explain how it works, right? Okay, so well, iOS 13 and above, yeah, so anyway, you have 8 tracks, if you like, or 8 different drums that you can use. Hi Fallon, sorry, Blinking Andrea. You have 8 different drums. These across the top here are the controls for each individual drum. So if I change to for instance, the snare, or here's the kick. But now we're on the snare, you can see we have all these controls for the snare, then this one, all these different controls for this one, and so on and so forth. So once you understand how the actual synthesis works, you're absolutely fine. Then you have your mixer here underneath, okay, which is kind of dead straightforward. You have 2 reverbs. You do not have a delay or anything like that. You really don't need one. But you have 2 reverbs. You have a room reverb and a hall reverb, and you can set the sends for those individually on each of the mixer channels, okay. Then you have the actual overall kit view. So you can control the decay or modify the actual kick drum sound. You can change the kick drum sound. You can randomize. To randomize any sound inside Drum Computer, all you do is tap on the little icon, or you can actually choose a new sound here. So we shall have a look at that as well. Hope you can see that okay. So that's the kit view kind of thing. And then you have it's just Master Effects Finalizer section. You have different things like attack punchy. It's kind of like a global compressor, if you like. And then you have some warmth. You can add to tape warmth, rectifier, or valve warmth. I'm not sure what that first one is. Then you have choke groups you can set up. All this stuff you can play around with. You can download it for free and mess around with it as much as you like to get to know how it works. It's actually dead straightforward. You can export stuff as well. It's very deep. It's very deep, and it does a lot. And then you have the sequencer section. Again, this is kind of self-explanatory. You have your different drums, if you like, drum tracks along here. And for each of the tracks, you can choose the velocity, the probability, the roll, like a ratchet, that type of thing. You can offset each step as well, so you can nudge it backwards and forwards. You have it's like a descent. I'm not really sure how that works, but we can listen to it and see. And then we have pitch, obviously, and then modulation, which sends different modulation amounts to any particular hit. Record button for live? No, you can't record live. That would have been nice, but no, you can't record in live. Okay, so for each of the drum tracks here, you just select the number you want to mess with, and you can change the tempo, like the 1/16th, 1/8, 1/32, etc., etc. The direction, you can set it, have it going playing backwards. This will shift, like we're on number 3, it will shift the pattern. You see, it'll just shift it forward. The swing is really cool as well. Let's see, you can randomize. If we just hit randomize there, you've randomized just that one layer. This is the global section. Hitting this will randomize the entire thing. We can go back like this and go back again to go back to the original. So you have undo and redo, lots of undos and redos available. If this little eye thing, like on the desktop, it's exactly the same. If the eye is open wherever you are, so for instance, if it was in the sequencer or in this section here, you see the eye is closed, but we'll get to that in a minute. If the eye is open, you will see the swing amount being adjusted. Now, obviously, swing doesn't adjust the down beats. It adjusts the beats that are offset. So if I move the swing here, you will see I've got the eye open and the swing will move accordingly, you see, on any beat that's not on a main beat kind of thing. And humanize is kind of the same thing. It just humanizes it, and you can see it moving like this. If the eye is closed, you can adjust the swing amount and stuff like that, but you won't see it, but it will still be affected. Probably best to have the eye open for this. Does it do reggae? Well, if you can program reggae, mate, it'll do reggae. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, of course it does. This sounds pretty reggae-ish, doesn't it? I think so. So, let's go. Let us see. Let us go back to our instrument view and have a mess around. Let's solo this kick drum. So, first of all, we have the resonator section. You can have a wavetable or an analog synth type thing. You can turn the levels of these down, the 3 sections. Let's change this one to something else. The decay. We can add some warmth. Like distortion, if you like. We have a filter. And then you can solo, well, you can kind of just listen to what the resonator's doing or the wavetable. Pitch modulation. Remix is cool. So you've got Remix, Auto and Auto 2. Auto 1 and Auto 2, excuse me a sec. Auto 1 and Auto 2 are like fills. So they're automatic fills that will just run in. So if you hit Auto 1 and then hit play, you'll get a fill. And when it's flashing, it's filling. Like there's a fill coming up. Yeah, cough break it was. And then Auto 2, again, it's another fill. Remix is the most fun. Okay. Also, as well, for MIDI assignments, all you need to do is long hold on anything and you will get the MIDI. Or if you even long hold on this, you'll get the MIDI. So best to be quite careful when you're doing the remixing, otherwise you'll get the MIDI pop up. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so very, very, very cool. Let me just show you as well about changing drums and randomization. Okay, so let's play it again. Let's go to this. And let's put in a few more hits on the sequencer for this so you can actually hear it. So the sequencer works like any sequencer. You can program your own. You can clear the whole thing out if you want to, like that. You can randomize a new one. Actually, we'll just leave it like that because there's enough of them going on in there. Cool beans. Let's go back to our page for this. If you hit random, it will just randomly choose a sound for you. Or if you go to the top here and let's go to snare, we can choose a or a clap if we wanted a clap. Just randomizing claps so that we choose one. So that's how you can choose. You can fine tune in, and then you can just for the clap. Yeah, that's right. It's that easy to put reverb in if you want for that clap sound. For this one, so we've got hall and room. See, let's make the hall size huge and turn the actual send up. Another cool feature is the make kit. Okay, so what was that about the UI? What did Sam say about the UI? What did Sam say about the UI? Let's see. Flipping at me, things not working the way it is. The UI is completely. I think it's okay as well. I don't think there's anything wrong. Oh, you get eye strain from the UI. And Wall said what? What did Wall say? He completely agrees. Come on, Wall. Seriously, mate, you're into my rack. I can't even see my rack. This is nowhere near as complicated as my rack to see. Right. Make kit. Make kit changes everything, but not in, not in a... Honest to God, though, sir, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's anything like Thesis, which is really difficult to see. I can actually see everything. Do you know what I mean? So I really like the actual make kit. Go to the sequencer. Let's randomize the whole thing. So we'll look at another pattern, and we'll look at the sequencing options. Get this move all the way back to the beginning. Like that. Okay. So these along here are patterns, And you'll see that there's nothing in any of the other patterns like this. Some of them have several patterns loaded in, you know, so some of them have patterns already loaded in like this, but this hasn't. So what we can do is we can populate the pattern by hitting random, and then we could move to say pattern 3, hit random, pattern 4 to hit random. So now we've got 4 patterns, and let's chain some of those together so that they play in an actual kind of song mode, if you like. So we just made these new ones by randomizing them. So let's take this chain down to 4 because we've got 4 patterns. And let's switch chain on. And now what will happen is once chain switched on, it'll just chain through those patterns. Now it'll change through each bar. So if I wanted pattern 1 to play twice, I'd have to put it into the next chain. But I don't, so I'm just going to have it play 1, 2, 3, and 4. And like I was saying, the eye, because the eye is off, it's not following the pattern changes. But if we switch the eye on, like this, it'll now follow the pattern changes as they happen. Okay. Okay, so we turn chain off again, it'll just go back to playing the pattern. Let's choose another pattern. Okay. You have different options for randomization as well on the, you know, the velocity, probability, roll kind of thing, the offset, the descent or decay. No, it's not decay, it's descent, it's decay. And then the modulation as well. So this is the invert button, so you can see it just like literally just inverts the whole thing. So you've got like a basic ramp up, which then you can then adjust, and then if you invert, it'll be like a ramp down. Then you have this, of course. Then if you invert, it'll be like that, and then you have just randomization. And guys, literally, that is the whole app there. I'm gonna play loads more patches and stuff, but I just wanted to show you that it's not like an impossible. It's not still impossible to use. It's really easy. It's not a difficult app. You know what I mean? There is a lot going on the screen, but and then if you like, you know, want to, all Sugar Bytes apps are the same, apart from Looperator, which is quite clean on the screen. Anyway, but that's that. Certain things that I really like the make kit. You have lots of undos. The global settings are like if you're running it inside a host, you can have it sync to host. If you are running it inside a host, like AUM or something, or Cubasis or whatever, have this enabled. You must have this switched on, but you won't hear anything until you hit the host start, okay? Because I know a few people found that a little bit confusing, the fact that they were syncing in their host, pressing the host transport and nothing was working, then pressing this and nothing was working, but you have to have this engaged. Other thing as well, the pin will pin the pattern. Okay, so whatever changes you make, the pattern will still be the same. So for instance, if we go back to our what's it view now, and let's choose, say, another one of Sugar Bytes. Okay, and you get an awful lot of these presets, as you always do with Sugar Byte stuff, to run and start messing with. So what's this going to sound like? So if you like the pattern and you hit pin, changing another kit will keep exactly the same pattern. The pattern will not change. The sounds will change, obviously, but not the pattern. See, there's another one in this, another pattern. It's all controllable via MIDI as well if you want to. Okay, let's have a jam for a bit, eh? Yeah, it does well. Watch. Yes, it can be controlled by MIDI as well. Yeah, I think it just does MIDI learners. Normally, it's actually just hold on to the control and then you can, you know, put your number in, or if you've got your MIDI controller, I guess you could just MIDI learn it as well. So, I think. But all their apps are similar, aren't they? So I think so. I don't know. I don't know, Sasha. The basic app is free to download, and you could check out the manual. I'm absolutely sure it will tell you in there. Let's have a look. Excuse me. CPU usage. Let's have a look at in AUM. Let's do what I was doing with Looperator, which was novel. We can see what the CPU is doing up there then. So let's see, DRUMCOMPUTER. Loading it will take it up to 28, 29. Let's see the after the initial thing. Let's load Looperator as well, because, you know, just for fun, just to see what the whole thing does. And let's this is a good example, isn't it? Let's just go into settings. It's already on host, not internal. And what I was saying about we can't just play like this, or we can't just play like that. But once this is engaged inside your host, let's check out let's choose another one. I like the 40 Thieves stuff. I want something that's a bit more kind of straightforward, so I'll maybe stick with the Sugar Bytes one. Okay, so if it's clipping, you need to go to the kit and maybe turn down the master a little bit. Randomize everything just for a laugh. Let's put Looperator in. So it's about 33% on my dead basic, super basic iPad sort of thing. So. I think it doesn't. You can import your own samples, I think, yeah. 35%. Let's see. Can you import files from audio share? Let's see. Let's go back to anything really. Let's go to sampler. Let's go to pads, and let's go to import, and let's go to import from files. So yeah, you go to your files app, and there from inside files app you can locate audio share files. So yeah, you can import from anything that you've got in your files app. So actually you can import into the sampler. Bearing in mind as well, you can have the sampler engine on every single, you don't have to have the resynth, you can use the sampler. The question was about drag and drop. Don't know, mate, I ain't got time, you know what I mean? I'm kidding, let's have a look. Let's see what we can do. I'm not sure if it'll drag and drop, but we can see, can't we? So let's see, let's go to files, and let's just open our files app. Let's just do this. Hang on. I'm not sure if I'm not actually sure if it will work in oh yeah, it does. Okay, so let's see, audio. My audio files. Now I'm in Cubasis there. Let's go back. Let's go to audio share. So I'm not sure. Let's move this. Kind of move it over there. Move that there. So let's see what we've got. We could put in Dean's Dub Bunker. I think most of those are. Oh, we could put an effect in, I guess. So let's see, shall we? Let's see if we can just drop that file in there. We might not be able to do that. No. So you can't drag and drop. You can't drag and drop your samples. But you know, no problem there. But there, so at least you know. But it was easy enough to get it in. Do you know what I mean? So now I need to start that off again. Like I said, what you're basically buying are all the presets. You can download the app for free, and there's no limitations of using it. And it does come with a bit of, you know, a bit of presets. I think there's a couple of presets from each category that you already get for free. And as you've played with it, once you play with the app, you might think to yourself, oh, it's worth spending the extra money on the extra presets. There are an awful lot of them. Or you might just think to yourself, oh, well, I'm happy with just messing with the free version. You know, there's no real. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you're wasting money when you can get it for free anyway. And then if it's just want all the extra stuff, that's up to you, isn't it? You know. I think you can export. There's an export thing here. Export MIDI. You can export the MIDI and you can export the audio. Say you wanted to export the audio. Again, you can save it to files, LumaFusion, wherever you like, Dropbox. So yeah, you can export that. Oh, not in a free version. Well, no, because you know they want you to buy the app, don't they? Yes, Dean, we've already covered that. You can build a song from. You can chain patterns together in the sequencer section underneath here with chain. There's nothing in there, but you know, we could make some. Actually, we could just randomize a few patterns in there. 4 patterns. Switch chain on. Let's go to. Yes, it has solo and mute for the on the mixer. See. Not refreshing the. There you go. Switch play on for this, and why am I getting any sound? Oh, no. Why have I got no sound? Oh. Put it in the chain, Doug, you dickhead. It's all right, it's recovered. Have a lot of fun just hitting the random buttons. You can watch them change here. Yes, yes. Okay, guys. So there you go. There you have it. Drum Computer from Sugar Bytes. I think most of you, I know it's not for everybody, obviously, but it's, well, the idea is to see if you like it, but don't forget that you can download it for free. Did I pay for that? No, of course I didn't. Sugar Bytes send me their apps for reviews and demos, but they're not paying me, and it's my opinion. Right, anyway, so there you go. Entirely up to you. You can download it for free. Actually, no, Pablo, you can download it for free anyway. Do you know what I mean? So, and play with it. And if you like it, you can buy the IAP. It's entirely up to... oh, the demo doesn't work as AU. Well, there you go. So, obviously, they're going to disable some of the features that you might want. That's the what's the price? I think it's $25.99. I think it's not the cheapest app in the world, but it does an awful lot. But then again, the other Sugar Bytes apps aren't the cheapest apps. You know, apps are. It's not like back in the day when an app was do you remember when apps were 99p? I do. Anyway, guys, but it's good. It is good, yeah. I think it is. Gavinsky did a really good tutorial on it today as well, actually. What app does he use for the MIDI routing? You can ask me that, mate. I mean, I am here watching the stream. AUM. I use AUM, but it does work in standalone mode. But I think it's worth it. But you know, it's up to you, isn't it? Download it, have a mess, see what you think. You know, guys, I'm gonna let you say ta-ra to each other for a few minutes. Bless you all. Thank you for watching. And I will see you all very soon. Very likely I may do 2 streams tomorrow, one in the afternoon, one in the evening, because I couldn't do one today because I went off to the doctor's, but I'll be here tomorrow. So like I said, John, we've got another month of lockdown here, so I guess some other people are going to be around in the afternoon. So if anyone wants to join the stream and have some fun and a chat about all sorts of stuff, as you do, yeah, feel free. I don't know what time it'll be, but you never know. Anyway, thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, everybody, for joining us this evening where we took a look at the new Sugar Bytes drum computer. Long awaited. Everybody knows it's been on the way. But does it work in Cubase? Well, it should do. I don't know. I haven't tried it. It's AUV3. I think someone did. Did someone try it in Cubase earlier? Don't know. I'm sure we'll try it again in another video and see if it does work in Cubase. I don't know. Guys, I will see you later. Ta-ra. Bless you all. Thanks for watching. Brilliant. Top job.